Capricorn, welcome or welcome back to another reading. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's an honor to have you here on this channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping to unite you with your person on this earth. The one person that God wants for you to marry. The universe has in their sights for you to marry. Not this person. Not that past person, but the person that God wants for you to marry in this lifetime, okay? I call it the twin soul connection. You can call it a soulmate relationship or a divine counterpart. Whatever you want to refer to it as, it's the one person you're meant to marry. Now, this reading is going to give you clarity in your current true love situation. Okay, so whatever's going on, this is what you need to know for your highest and greatest good. Okay, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This is also a timeless reading, so whatever you happen to be drawn to this video, Capricorn, trust that this message was intended for you at this moment in time. It's something you really needed to know. All right. Page of Cups. Oh my goodness, Page of Cups. How frustrating. You might be dealing with someone who you feel was not able to give their full heart or self. Okay? You might be dealing with a person or relationship or a situation you feel like this person was not fully able or capable of giving all of themselves to me or to this relationship. They maybe had some restrictions. Okay? They had some blockages. They had some boundaries within themselves that they had to adhere to over and above the relationship with me, meaning Capricorn. Okay, this is just the first thing that you might be experiencing or what I'm sensing in this situation. So you might be a little frustrated about this situation. You might be a little bit frustrated with this person. You might be a little bit frustrated with God and the divine, okay, for this person having these limitations. But either way, this person, for some reason, has these limitations that you're working with or you're dealing with here. Strength card, they are trying. They are actively trying, okay, to change that. Now, you may not be together with this person right now. Four of Cups is some type of rejection here that happened, or maybe your person said no or is saying no or refused you being in a connection with you at this time, okay? And this may make you even more frustrated, right? That's the first thing I picked up on is just this internal frustration about this situation with this person. Okay, I'm just channeling that you're like, you know, not only has this person not been able to show up in the way that I want and need them, quite frankly, to show up if we're going to be in a long-term relationship, but they've refused to even be with me or try or work through it or whatever the case is, okay? But the other channel message that you need to know about your person is that they are trying very hard. Strength card here. First thing that came out was your person's really in a tougher place than you might realize. Okay. I understand, believe me, from each point of view, your point of view, you're probably very frustrated with this individual, and I don't blame you, but your person wants you to know they're genuinely trying. And the only reason why they did reject you or say no to this relationship was so that they could change this. Okay, change this way of being, change the state. Seven of Pentacles here. And change the state of their fears. Okay? Because these are all fear-based. This is all fear-based. This is all past trauma-based. It's also family, childhood issues. There's been a lot, like almost all the readings have been about childhood trauma. I mean, it's retrograde season, massive retrograde season. So a lot of it has been about this inner healing, Eight of Swords here that we couldn't see. Coming up to the surface, finally seeing stuff that we couldn't see. And one of the themes that you might be experiencing too is that, you know, this is just a process your person is going through, and by default you're going through with them because you're connected with them. Okay, on this journey you're connected with this person. Okay, I do read for the divine love situation, so that means you're connected on a soul level, right? You two are sharing an experience here on earth. You're meant to be mirrors for one another. Now, this person had blockages around being abandoned, for sure. Five of Pentacles here, of disaster striking, of being left out in the cold, of not feeling worthy, yes, or not feeling enough in their own self or their own skin to be able to give all of themselves. Okay? Seven of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. And they knew that this was actually this might be new for you. This was dissatisfying to them. That's what I'm getting. Like the fact that they felt while they were together with you, if you were together with this person or you were in some way connected with them, you don't have to be in a relationship with them, but if you were connected with them and they felt dissatisfied at the fact that they knew, they were aware because of the mirror you provided of the blockages in love, of them feeling restricted, of being able to give all of themselves to you. Okay. So this was the primary thing that caused them to be dissatisfied with themselves at the time of them being with you. This might be something new for you too, right? Talking about new channel information. You might have wondered, well, what happened? Why is my person, seem dissatisfied or seem like this relationship wasn't enough for them or wasn't what they wanted? It's because they were dissatisfied with themselves as to how they were showing up. Okay. But again, this is very, very deep subconscious stuff. So your person may not have known what or how to communicate that, or even that it was happening, right? They may have been unaware. 8 of Swords. Only recently or up until now that we're hitting this retrograde seasons, it's just like this is now coming out, okay, even more strongly. So you've definitely been connected with the person for a while now. Like what I'm getting is this has been a saga for many months, okay, that, they've had to go through this healing. You might have been going through your experience because they've needed to go through this healing or be at a distance from you. But trust that they really did need this healing, okay? They really did need this time for themselves. They really did need to look at the deep subconscious blocks that that they felt were preventing them from being their true, unconditionally loving self. Okay, and so that's why if they left you out in the cold, or they abandoned this relationship, or they abandoned ship, that's why. Okay, and they might have went back home. 6 of Cups here. They might have went back to family. They might have went back to. For some of you, it could be a prior relationship, but not all of you. Okay, just take it as it resonates. All right, you would probably know about it if that was the case. Okay, or mom or dad. Okay, but so that's going to be different. But someone who they feel was nurturing for them. Okay, or someone who they felt they needed to be around, or was possibly even the cause of the need for them to heal. If that makes sense. Like if it was a mom or a dad or a family figure, it was, like that was the person that caused your person's emotional insecurities around being in a relationship in some way, shape, or form. So they might have gone back to that source. Okay. Now, here's the truth. This is in the middle of the spread. This is your heart, the true heart of your person. Okay. Here's what they want. Here's what they are, and here's what they want. Your person's being channeled as the Empress. You might be a female or a feminine energy watching this. That's okay. Your person, okay, is working on their Empress energy. Man or woman, masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Their energy right now is wanting to evolve in the Empress way, meaning their ability to see themselves as worthy of a divine connection, and more so than that, practically speaking, here's very specific information, of a relationship that is both loving, okay, stable emotionally, but also stable financially, okay, and physically or monetarily in the physical, okay. To them, there's something for your person specifically where they feel like they couldn't have both of those things. But specifically for your person, that was more so around the stability with the love. Because chances are, growing up within their family, maybe they didn't have a lot of stability. Maybe they were constantly moving, or they kept running out of money. Their family kept running out of money. But, maybe their parents had love, or maybe there wasn't. But there was instability there. Okay, so it's hard for your person. It's difficult for your person to come into a relationship with you where there is that emotional stability, there is that perhaps abundant financial success and love, and to believe that that's possible. Or really, what it comes down to is believing that they're worthy of it. Okay, 9 of Cups here with the 10 of Pentacles. So your person's having to regain a sense of self or inner fulfillment around their sense of self-worthiness to be in this relationship and to have the relationship of their dreams, the person of their dreams, you watching. You, to them, are their wish fulfillment. They may not be able to express this, or may have not been able to express this fully to you before. This is the truth, though. This is where their heart, as we channeled, this is their heart, the heart of the reading. Okay. But really, to do that, they need to become their own best self. They need to become their own wish fulfillment first. Okay, so this is your person's karma. You can see here, Page of Wands. I love it. Okay, confirmation here is your person's inner child, or the state that they were in at times during your relationship, right? Like this inner child version of themselves that was still limited by family paradigms that they may have grown up with or associated with their love life specifically, or the limitations to their love life or their success in love. Does that make sense? Their success in being in a relationship that has the stability and the love. Okay. Remember, their inner child's the one that took on maybe age 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, an age range, that this is how love is. And this is how love is to them was, well, possibly very unstable. Okay. So to have anything outside of that would be not possible for your person. Okay. So before we go into, and this is generally speaking from the guides, like before we go into a true, like perfect, there's no perfect relationship, but true like divine union and the relationship of our dreams with the person God wants us to marry, we have to first believe that that type of love is possible, that we can have the love we desire and the support we desire, and also the stability and the abundance and all the things. We have to believe and know in our heart that that's possible, and that's surprisingly difficult, okay, to get to. But that's where your person's getting to. Okay, Sun card with the 9 of Wands, with the Knight of Wands, 4 of Swords and 3 of Swords. Okay, so this has been a very painful experience, not just for your person, but for you. It's likely caused you a lot of inner healing, caused you a lot of pain and heartbreak. You might have felt like you've lost this person multiple times, okay? You might have felt and had all these fears come up about, oh, your person's just being, a Knight of Wands energy here. They're just being reckless, or they're just doing impulsively, just, running in and out of this relationship, or not doing their work, or maybe being with other people, and none of that's actually the case. If you're watching this, you may have that perception, and that's okay, and take it as it resonates. Or your person may have given you that perception too. That's the other thing. Your person may have tried to give you this perception, possibly, by showing up in this way, but it's not true. Your person has actually been doing more healing, okay? Hear me now. More healing and more growth and going through more pain even than you. And we know you've gone through a lot of pain in the situation, okay? The guides are saying, we know. But your person has even more, despite anything that they may have shown you or presented to you. Because I do see Knight of Wands, they probably presented a very different reality to you or to the world than what is really going on inside. But this is really what's going on inside. Okay. So what they want is just to find clarity. Okay, Sun card with the 9 of Wands. They want to find their own clarity here. Their own clarity. That's a very specific message. Okay? Because if you've tried to involve yourself in this process, even if it's come from a very good place, your person likely has rejected it. Right? I'm guessing. Those of you guys in the comments, please confirm if this happened to you. They've likely rejected it because they needed to find their own clarity without anyone else's intervention. This was very important for them and for you to know, even if it's caused them more pain. And it likely has. Okay. But it's what was necessary. 8 of Pentacles with a Temperance. Yeah. And 4 of Wands. So what you need to know is your person's working on this. Okay. This is a work in progress. Your person's a work in progress. But instead of you having to work on it, your person's working on it. Okay. Let me ask you this. If you knew for a fact in your situation that your person was actually doing their work, they're actually doing their inner work here to be able to be with you in a long-term relationship for the rest of this lifetime, would it allow you to be more patient or to alleviate any worry or hurt, okay, that you might be feeling about the situation? Okay. If the answer is yes, The rest is just to trust, because you came across this message for a reason. Okay. I do read for the true love situation. This is people who are meant to be together. Okay. Trust your gut always before this reading. I'm not saying this reading's perfect, but trust your gut. These messages coming from soul. But your person is working on themselves to be able to be in a marriage with you. Okay. Blue and pink, blue and red are the twin soul colors. Okay. Masculine and feminine. And this is for life. So your person's intention now is to find the inner clarity within themselves, by themselves, okay, as to what's holding them back emotionally and from their childhood, and to do the work necessary to be in a long-term relationship with you watching. Okay? Not you doing the work for them, not you even helping them do the work, really, okay, but them doing the work, so that you can do your own work, yeah, which we might get to in this reading, I'm not sure, is likely in a very different light or very different way. I mean, Capricorn, okay, we got to talk about your mission, your destiny here if it comes through. Let's get additional context over the top of this. 6 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. The other thing your person is doing is they're currently letting go of 6 of Swords with the 7 of Cups, any preconceived notions is the word the guides are using, of receiving from you. Okay? Likely Capricorn, whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. You might be the provider in this situation. Very strong possibility, meaning you are here to provide your person a lot, either financially, also could be emotionally for some of you. And your person's here to reciprocate that, but also to receive that. Okay? But the thing is, they may have some preconceived notions around being the receiver, right? We talked about your person being channeled as the Empress energy, okay? The person knowing they're worthy enough to receive what you or this great relationship has to offer. In any 10 of Pentacles relationship, one person, both of them actually have to receive, right, from each other, mutually, reciprocally. And the way in which each other gives and the other receives may be different. Maybe one gives more financially, the other gives more emotionally, or vice versa, right? But in a very good, well-balanced relationship, typically, you see both of those spectrums, which also represent more of the masculine versus the feminine way of providing, okay? So for your person, for some reason, Queen of Pentacles here, they may have some preconceived notions around them receiving financially or receiving in general, if that one doesn't resonate. But Queen of Pentacles is here. And Queen of Pentacles is my card, generally speaking, in the tarot of receiving, because you see her, right? You see this card contemplating what she has, you know? And she's realizing, yeah, I get to receive this. This is okay to receive this. So that could be emotional or financial, depending on your situation. Get additional context over the top. But Capricorn, I mean, you are, cardinal earth sign, right? So you have a lot to provide. You likely have a big mission and will or do have a big income as well, okay? King of Pentacles, on the bottom of the deck. And you have a lot to provide. You have a lot to provide. Okay? Again, either emotionally or financially. Doesn't matter, but you provide a lot. You are a provider. Okay? In whatever way resonates with you. So your person has to figure out a way that they feel safe and comfortable and worthy and able to give back to you equally to what you're able to give and what you naturally desire to give to them, okay, in their natural way. Okay? But in order to do that, they first have to learn to receive. Yeah? They first have, both of you have to learn to receive first. Okay? And the best way to learn to receive first is actually with yourself. So whatever area of life where you feel that if you're alone, if you're with yourself, where you feel you haven't received what you need, whether it's money or love or emotional support, it's allowing yourself to receive that from yourself first. That's what your person's learning. All right. Additional context over the top here. We'll get advice. We'll talk about the extended here momentarily. Don't go anywhere just yet. The extended will cover, I know we covered your person mostly, but the extended typically covers your person exclusively, plus additional messages from the divine about the situation, or more specific messages for some of you from your person that they want you to know. So if you're interested in that, check out the description box below or the featured products. But this whole thing has been a test. 5 of Cups here with the Queen of Wands and 8 of Wands. Not just for your person, but for you also to stand in your intuition. Okay? For you to stand in your intuition and having confidence in that, because you might have felt this. Maybe this is the first time you come across me or one of these videos, but you might have felt or known this all along. You just maybe, I don't know, maybe you didn't have the confidence to really stand in that, right? To put your words to that and to say, yeah, no, this is what's happening, at least to yourself. That's been causing a lot of the havoc, by the way. But also for your person to have the confidence to stand in who they are, too, and go after what they want. Okay. 5 of Cups with the 8 of Wands, and to move forward despite any past failures, right? Both within this relationship and in prior relationships. So what's being channeled here is you listening and your person might go, our prior relationship failed, therefore I can't be with them again, or it's lost forever, or we're never going to be able to make it work. Or the other possibility is when you've relied on what you thought was right, or what you thought your heart wanted or your gut was telling you, Queen of Wands, about another prior relationship. When you've said, I think that this is my person, I'm going to go all in, and maybe at some point that was wrong, okay? Or it didn't end up being, it's never wrong, but it didn't end up being the person you were meant to marry, okay? So it's like you're being retested in that, Capricorn, to trust in your own intuition. But this time have it go right. Do you see? Yeah, and same thing for your person, right? Is despite any failures that they may have had in their past, when they've stood strong in what they want and gone after what they want, it's likely resulted in sadness or rejection too. So it's a karmic test for both of you, but each in different ways. All right, final outcome of this reading that we'll talk about, that we'll get advice for this for the viewer. Judgment with the hangman and the 10 of Swords. Okay. So this was a divine intervention, okay? The guides want you to know now, as of the time of this reading, Capricorn, if you're watching this is the time of this reading, so whenever you happen to watch this, it's your time. The divine needed you two to split up. It was judgment here with the hangman, a divinely orchestrated, quote-unquote, time out between you and your person that was never meant to be permanent. Okay? It may feel, you may have fears come up that say it's permanent. It may feel like it's permanent or think that it's permanent. Okay? Or that's what your fears might come up and tell you. But the divine needed to end this or separate you or keep you and your person with themselves, okay, yourself and themselves, for the time being, for this to happen. For all this stuff to come out and to be healed and looked at with themselves. It was not your fault. It was not your person's fault. No one's fault. Okay? No matter who initiated it or what happened, it needed to end, needed to come apart temporarily so that this could be healed. Final advice for Capricorn or the viewer watching this particular reading through the power of unconditional love. Then we'll talk about the extended Queen of Swords with the 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So your advice here, Capricorn, is to try to let go of the past, particularly how your person may have showed up or been or treated you. And if you're on the other end of it and you feel ashamed of maybe things you've said or done, or you had blocks or shields come up, okay, with you or your person, just let it go. Be willing to forgive you or your person for that behavior because it was not truly them. Okay? If you're wondering, you encountered a version of your person at some point or towards the end before it separated that was totally unlike who you got to know and love before that. That was this guarded and or trauma-bound version of your person. It was not them. It's not who you are really with. Okay? And they needed to be in that, okay, in order to, in some ways, cause the separation or just quote unquote sabotage. Okay, it's like God used, it's like, here's what I'm getting, it's like God used the shielded version of your person here to actually cause a separation. And you might have had to bear that, right? You might have had to experience that version of your person. You might have even had to set boundaries to your person. And that might have been really uncomfortable, but that was also part of your lesson too. Okay, to be strong when you needed to be strong the most for your own self-preservation, your own self-love. But just know this is why this is why your person had to step into that version, even if it wasn't themselves, so that God could work through them and cause this to be separated. Final advice. I already went through advice. Your advice is to, we finally get to your purpose. Reinvent yourself. Okay? Hierophant with the Death card with the King of Pentacles. Reinvent yourself, Capricorn, and step into the version of you, the provider role and or the leader within society that you want to step into. Step into your wealth and security. King of Pentacles. Doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, by the way. Okay, this is genderless. This is just energies. But King of Pentacles Hierophant is stepping into a powerful role and version of yourself, Emperor energy in the bottom deck, within society, within your own life, materially talking, physically. Okay, get those taxes paid, get that income rolling in, get that business up and running, start multiple iterations of your business. Okay, but become the version of yourself that you want the world to see. That's the greatest advice I can share. That's channeled from the guides. Become the version of yourself that you want the world to see and that you feel is ready to take on the world, because that's exactly what you're getting. Okay? That's exactly what you're getting. Okay? And let this death, let this ending of this relationship, knowing that it's temporary, but let the ending of this relationship fuel your progress there. Okay? Now, before you go anywhere, the extended will feature specific messages from your person, more in-depth messages about where they're at, what's going on with them in this moment, what they want you to know, what they want to tell you, okay? And any other messages from the divine that you need to know for your highest good in and within this particular union. Thanks so much for watching, Capricorn. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Go watch your other Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising videos for additional context in your situation. And feel free to leave your experience in the comments below. One last thing is, big announcement. We have a live stream happening this Friday at 12 p.m. PST. It's the first live stream we've done in a while. It's going to be a big event, 2 or 3 hours probably at least. We're going to be going through the collective love reading, probably a collective career reading, astrology for the week and month, and of course channel messages and Q&A. So if you are looking to meet up with everyone and hang out in the YouTube chat, I'll also be live on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Come check it out. Put it in your calendar for 12 p.m. Friday, okay, whatever time that is for you. And I look forward to seeing you all there. It's going to be a big event, big comeback here. It's been so long. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the extended. Check the featured products, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.